Hey everybody, it's Robert coming to you with another adventure into history. I'm out here in the woods of Georgia with Mr. Dan the historian today. And today we are going to visit a very old cemetery out here in the woods. Absolutely amazing cemetery here as well. That was actually, this is the great grandparents of a viewer of Adventures into History who told me about this and said I might want to come out here and check it out. Now, she knows a lot of her family history here, and we don't. We're just kind of on a scouting mission today, but hopefully in the future we're going to learn some more about this and be able to tell you some more detail. But for now, we're just going to get in there and check it out.
One thing that I can see right off that's unusual is the steps.
You know what? I didn't notice those. That is really cool. Here's what Dan's talking about, the steps. She said in the email that there was no entrance to it, but I guess there's the old entrance.
There's 2 steps going up and then 2 steps coming down into the inside. That's something you don't see very often on the old cemeteries like this, is an entrance over the wall like that. That's very unusual. This would have been the original access, stepping up and over.
That was very cool.
It is.
So this is definitely a very old cemetery here. Amazing stones that we don't usually see stones like this. In fact, I only know of one other one that's over in Harris County that has stones like this. So this buried here is Anna Copeland, who was born AD 1796, was married first to what is that? William Perry, May 8th, 1817. Second married to William B. Copeland, January 10th, 1812. A member of the Methodist Church, 10 years, the Methodist Episcopal Church, 10 years. And departed this life in great peace, June 30th, 1856. This is John H. Shepherd, right there. From her elder daughter, I long to see my mother again and hear her sweetly say, "Come, weary dove, here's thy home.
And fold thy wing.
Then fold thy wing and stay. 'Twould ease my pain to hear her voice. Where death had, oh man.
Where death had darkened.
Where death had darkened my eye.
Then, oh, carry me.
Oh, carry me home. Oh, carry me home. Oh, carry me home.
To die.
To die.
Yikes.
Susan W. William. Oh, carry me home. Oh, carry me home to die. Wow.
Make sure that last word is what it looks like.
It's definitely die.
Okay.
Do you want to try the bottom one there, Dan?
Oh, I think we need a little stronger light.
Yeah, we might. I couldn't find my good light.
Let me go get that other light.
Yeah, let's go grab another light. And so we're going to have flashlight shootout here, like I dropped it. 1950s versus.
Yeah.
All right, let's try this again. First, we'll go back here and make sure. Yeah, this works better. From her elder daughter, I long to see my mother again and hear her sweetly say, "Come, weary dove, here's thy home. thy fold thy wings and stay. 'Twould ease my pain to hear her voice when death had darkened my eye. Oh, carry me home. Oh, carry me home. Oh, carry me home to die. Susan W. William.
From her younger daughter.
From her younger daughter. This is going to be Dan's. You can read it better than I can.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Look how big that stone is too.
Yeah. This goes on down all the way
Oh man.
below the ground, I believe. From her younger daughter, oh, could I see thy
Lovely face, I think.
lovely face. Oh, could I see thy
Smile once more.
Smile once more. Oh, could I hear thy sweet voice, which often
Cheered.
which often cheered my
Heart.
heart.
I think that's the key, is to stand back further and let somebody else shine the light.
Let me get over here where I can shine it this direction, see if that works. There.
Where oft I, looks like bathed thy aching, where often I bathed thy aching head and soothed thy downy bed, and still my mother thou art gone and numbered with the dead. The tears that I may shed, and oft my eyes overflow, and oft I weep not for the happy land, but for my mother's, but for my mother alone. And this was by E. Jane looks like W. Magruder. Let's see if you can get that name.
Yeah, Magruder. Magruder. That's very interesting.
Yes, it is.
Now this grave here, the headstone is broken and missing.
I thought that I saw this cemetery, because I looked this cemetery up on Find a Grave, and I thought I saw a picture of this headstone leaned against the rock wall.
Really?
Yeah.
You can see that it was repaired at some point. Someone drilled holes in here and repaired it.
Oh yeah.
But that part is not. It's not here. There are initials on the footstone that say WP, so stands to reason, is that her first husband? Married first, William
Perry. So I looked at the Find a Grave picture and I was wrong. There was never a top for this, so it's been lost for a long time. Of course, as we know from previous cemetery explorations, it could be buried under this ground.
That would be her first husband buried there, right?
Yeah, that's her first husband, William Perry. And that's why she's buried here in the Perry family cemetery. She's buried with her first husband. So there's a tie-in with this grave that it just kind of dawned on me. On the previous video I did, we visited the William Copeland Cemetery, which was spelled William Copeland, and Copeland was spelled Copeland. This one is spelled Copelen. Now this was William Copeland's, well, she was married to William Copeland after her first husband died. She's buried here with William Perry, her first husband, whose grave is right there. But William Copeland, this may have been like his second wife, because he's buried with a woman who died in 1836.
Okay.
And she died in 1856 and was brought back here. These are some really cool graves, though. So the descendant of these people is actually interested in repairing and restoring this cemetery, cleaning this cemetery, and restoring the rock wall or repairing it. So that's something that we may look at in the future.
So recently this big dead cedar tree, half of it was dead, it looks like. No? It split in a storm and fell. So half of it's still alive for the time being. But this headstone is pretty well embedded into that tree.
It is.
And this is, you want to read that?
To the memory of Thomas Perry.
Thomas J.
J. Perry. Thomas J. Perry. Departed this life on the 5th of December, 1837. Aged 17 years, 7 months, and 10 days. Probably I shall go to him, but he shall not return to me. I shall go to him, but he shall not return to me. 1837, that's pretty old.
Mm-hmm.
People were only settled here for about 10 years when he was buried here. What can you tell us about this style of headstone, Mr. Dan?
They're the marble tablet headstones that were popular in the very early part of that century. If you see that style, you can generally say that it was 1830s and 1840s was the time frame usually in this part of Georgia.
They almost look like what you see in a colonial cemetery.
And by this time, they were still bringing this marble in from the eastern parts, Georgia, and from the Carolinas.
This is to the memory of Francis A. Perry, departed this life on the 13th of December, 1837, aged 16 years, 3 months, and 17 days. Surely what he wills is best. Happy in his will I rest. So she died.
What was the month on his death?
December. She died on the.
She died on the.
Was it 13th of December? And he died on the. Let me borrow that light. Oh wait, I've got my. I had my antique light. Well, you have my antique light. He died on the 5th of December in 1837.
She died on the 13th.
Yeah.
And obviously had some sickness. Let's see this. Let's see. You need to get right here. I'll get over to this side.
To the memory of Shadrach G. Perry, departed this life on the 28th of September, 1842, aged 23 years, 8 months, and 7 days. Pass a few fleeting days or years, and we shall see Our children nod in tears. A friend.
So what year was his death?
1842.
And he was how old?
He was 23.
23.
Shadrick Perry. So
the parents and 3 children's graves are marked.
yeah.
And then there are several unmarked graves. One, well, I saw one right there.
Yeah, I see that one. There's right there.
One on the other side of that tree.
One over there. So she's the newest. Anna Copeland. She died in 1856. Let's see when William Copeland died. No, not William Copeland. William Perry.
She married first Mr. Perry in 1817.
That's a 4, I bet.
She married him in 1817.
So
in second marriage, she married Mr. Copeland
in 1842.
Well, it can't be a 12. Although it looks just like a 12, it's still, you know what? It is a 12. Can you see where somebody tried to correct that right there? You see it very faintly?
Yeah.
Somebody put a cross right there
Yeah.
to make a 4
I see
out of
it.
that.
Yeah.
So she married Mr. Copeland in 1842.
Yep. Now it adds up with his wife, yeah.
It's not it's an engraver's mistake, I believe.
Well, when you put the light on it a certain way, it looks like a 4, but it's a poorly engraved 4. Because look at the difference between that. That's clearly a 1.
Yeah, the 1 is upright, the 4 is slanted.
4 is slanted.
Yeah.
Just poorly engraved. So that makes sense anyway. She wouldn't.
There we go. Can you see that better now?
Yeah. 100%. 1842.
Okay, so
Now it adds up.
So Mr. Copeland is buried over in the Copeland family cemetery with his
first wife, more than likely.
First wife died, you said, what, 30?
She died in 36.
He married her in 42.
Yeah.
And she died in 56.
And he died.
He died in 58 or 59.
Yeah, he died in 59. So she's the newest grave out here in 1856. Because he died. Her first husband died in 1837. So 1837, 37, and 42. So
I wonder if he died of the same illness.
yeah, that's a good question. Let me see if it's got an exact date on his death.
I wonder why someone would have taken his headstone.
Yeah, 14th of December. He died on the 14th of December. She died on the 13th. And he died on the 6th, so it must have been an illness, just wiped like half the family out. And then the other one died in the 1840s at 23, so he died young too. And then she was brought back here to be with her first husband. Wow. And I'm sure that the descendant, by the way, thank you for contacting me and telling us about the cemetery. It's definitely an amazing one, and we can't wait to learn more about this. Hope to come back out here with the descendant of these people and learn more. But it's an amazing cemetery. It's neat at how we're putting the pieces together.
It is.
As we're going along here.
All of the early families around were connected one way or another.
Yeah.
And this is a good example of that. Look at the size of that. I always comment on the size of a holly tree.
Yeah.
Because we run across a lot of holly trees in cemeteries, but that's a big holly tree.
It is. It really is. These have been growing here for a real long time. Yeah. And this stone wall is damaged in different places, but in other places it's perfect. And we'll have to walk around it before we go.
The grave here.
Sure enough. So I believe that the family home site, the Perry family home site, was around here. There was a plantation here that burned in the 1970s. So it's probably on where the Perry home site was, since their family cemetery is here. I've never seen this. Have you ever seen this before?
I have, but I don't remember where. I think it's on one of the old cemeteries in Talbot County. There's access over the wall like this.
And while the rock wall is damaged, oh Dan, we got graves outside of the fence.
Yeah.
Outside of the wall. While the rock wall is damaged in various places, you can see how sharp the corners still are.
It's amazing.
It is, just look how straight that is.
Mm-hmm.
And so there's at least one burial out here. Has a field stone marking it. There's another one right there, I think, behind you. Maybe, I don't know. That one definitely is, though. Oh yeah. I see more.
Yeah, there's lots.
There's 1, 2, 3, 4. These are more than likely probably enslaved people's graves.
Most likely.
Do you want to go visit William Perry's grave again?
Copeland.
William
Sure.
Copeland's grave again. So that's Anna Copeland's second husband.
Sure. May as well go pay our respects to the rest of the family.
That's right.
The step side of the family.
That's right.